Hello, captains, and welcome to this X-Plane 10 video. We're currently situated at beautiful Innsbruck in Austria. The weather is quite pleasant. There are some winds here, and today we're going to be doing a casual flight aboard this Cessna 172 from Innsbruck to Linz Airport. We're going to do a very simple flight. Our flight plan is quite simple. After departure, we're going to climb to 9,000 feet. We will then follow the Salzburg VOR, and from there we will follow the Linz VOR and basically land at Linz Airport. The approximate time for our flight today is 1 hour. Just a note on this video, I am using FS Global Weather and Real Weather Connector for this flight, and of course SkyMax Pro version 3.1.2, just if you're wondering. The scenery used in this video is freeware all the way, except for Linz Airport, which is a payware airport, and I will post the link to the airports in the description section of the video. Alright, so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the Cessna and get out of here. Alright, the parking brake is set, everything is in the off position. Let's turn the battery on. And let's push mixture rich. Fuel pump on. This one goes in. That didn't work. There we go. Alright, that's about right. That's good. This radar can go on. And now we can switch on the avionics. Let's turn our radios on. Okay, and the first thing we want to do is we want to listen to the ATIS. I believe I've set the altimeter already for this flight. Yeah, I've configured the radios, set the altimeter. Okay, so the ATIS is 126.2.
Innsbruck crane bitten information Oscar. 1600.
Alright, so we're departing runway 26.
3,000 feet.
And we've got 7 knots wind, variable wind.
Temperature 9.
Okay, variable to 10.
Wind 260
to 300. Okay.
Altimeter.
Alright, that's good stuff. Alright, and our first VOR station, which is the Salzburg VOR, is 113.8, which is already set here and here. So our final altitude today is going to be 9,000. Let me... Yeah, that's fine. Everything here is fine. All is good. Alright, this is on nav. Okay, let's turn the beacon lights on, taxi on, nav on, and we're pretty much good to go. Let's give it some lights here. Yeah, that looks much better. Okay, let's release the parking brake. And let's taxi to runway 26. Alright folks, we are taxiing now to runway 26, And I'm going to make a final stop here to check everything for departure. By the way, runway 26 is going to put us at a heading exactly opposite to the direction that we actually need to be at. So let me set the parking brake, landing light on, taxi off, strobes on, flaps 10 degrees. Alright, and there are no aircrafts coming on either side, so we are clear. Let's release the parking brake. Alright. Right, here we go. We are lined up with the runway. I can already feel the wind. Very strong wind. Alright, let's see here. And we're closing in at 60 knots. Rotate. That was a strong jump. There's, as you can see, there's a very strong wind. We'll try to maintain runway heading until we clear the runway. Very, very strong wind. We're going to try to basically, okay, let me track the flaps. We're going to try to gain some altitude here, and then basically we're going to have to turn back in the opposite direction so that we can basically start heading over to the Salzburg VOR. Okay, now I'm going to try to maintain 75 knots for our climb. Very strong wind, which is pretty typical, you know, in the vicinity of Innsbruck. Let's reduce power here a bit. The recent update to this Cessna, they've added, you know, some scratch marks here. I'm not sure if you can see them. But they've added some scratch marks to the windows, and I think you can see them here more clearly. Alright, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and make the turn now. I'm going to make a left turn. We need to watch our speed. As you can see, the wind is very, very strong here. Very strong wind indeed. Alright, and almost there at the correct heading to Salzburg. Alright, it looks like the bad weather is going to be our companion for this flight, and I'm still climbing, and still everything is still at manual control here. So we're going to try to maintain our heading and climb rate of about 500 feet per minute. And it's just that the weather is really, really bad, and as you can see, it's also raining. Okay, it looks like we're going through a cloud. Ooh. Almost stalled there. Very bad weather conditions. Alright, captains, 1,000 to go. And as you can see, the weather is absolutely terrible here at Innsbruck. The winds are very strong, and obviously it's raining now too. there is some heavy clouds ahead of us. But nevertheless, you know, we keep climbing. We are off course slightly. But everything else appears to be okay. We're still in manual mode, so it's my plane. I don't think it's a very good idea engaging the autopilot in such weather conditions. So we'll just wait until the situation, you know, gets a bit better. Very, very heavy rain here. And I'm still trying to maintain 75 knots for our climb and about 500 feet per minute where I can. Okay, folks, I'll see you in just a little while. Welcome back, captains. We are at 9,000. I'm going to try to engage the autopilot at this point and see if we can. Let's see here. Autopilot on. Nav is on. And let's arm this guy here. All right. Bad weather is apparently going to be our companion for this flight, so there's nothing we can do about that. But hopefully, you know, we'll make it safely into Linz Airport. As you can see, there is very strong rain as well, and the sky is a lot of clouds, very cloudy, windy, and rainy weather. But nevertheless, you know, everything appears to be in our favor at the moment. Here as power is fine. Okay, so we are at 9,000 feet, folks, and everything appears to be okay at the moment, and we are about 55.7 nautical miles from the Salzburg VOR. So what I will do now is I will let you enjoy the ride and cold weather, and I will see you just right before we switch to the Linz VOR station. Relax, sit back, and enjoy the flight. Hello, captains. Just a bit of an update. It looks like we have cleared the bad weather area as we basically exit the mountainous area of Innsbruck, and as we are now about 25 nautical miles from the Salzburg VOR. So that's good news for the remainder of our flight. It looks like we're going to have some clouds, but the strong wind and the rain is probably over for the remainder of the flight. So that's very good news. It was very difficult handling the aircraft in that bad weather. So I will see you at about 5 nautical miles from the Salzburg VOR. Alright, folks, we are about 4 nautical miles from the Salzburg VOR, and as you can see, we are surrounded by clouds from every direction, very thick clouds. So let's go ahead and switch now to the Linz VOR. Alright, so that's done. go. That should be alright. The weather was pretty bad when we left Innsbruck. As you can see now, the heavy rain has subsided, but we were still there are heavy clouds, and I expect some strong winds upon our arrival as well. Adjust this here just a bit. Alright, let me change this frequency here to 116.6. 116.6. Okay, so that puts us at about 51.2 nautical miles from Linz Airport. Okay, because that's the VOR station that is positioned at Linz Airport. So, at about 40 nautical miles or so from Linz, we will begin our descent, and hopefully we will not encounter very strong winds at arrival. So everything is okay at the moment, folks. I will see you in about 10 nautical miles, where we will begin our initial descent into Linz Airport. Captains, the time has come for us to begin our initial descent, so let me go ahead and reduce this to 3,000 feet and begin. There we go, let's reduce it. Okay, so 600 feet per minute is fine. Let's arm that. Right now we need to watch our speed. And we have now begun the descent into Linz Airport. As you can see, the clouds are kind of just everywhere, and I'm really, I'm starting to really like FS Global Weather. I think it gives very accurate information, and it gives you both lower and upper wind data, and it is translated in the sim as well. And I think it works really well with the real weather connector and SkyMax Pro version 3.1.2. So highly recommend it. I still like to use NOAA from time to time. It depends on where I'm flying. But I thought, let me give FS Global Weather a try, and let me tell you, I'm very pleased with it. Yeah. Alright, so we are still descending, and we are approximately 36.8 nautical miles. Okay, folks, I'm going to see you right before we hit our 3,000 mark. Alright, captains, we are now approaching Linz, and as you can see, the airport is right ahead of us. It's not this one here, but it's that one over there. We are at 3,000 exactly, and our speed is 80 knots, and that's suitable for our descent into Linz. So in a few moments, about 10 nautical miles from the airport, I will disengage the autopilot, and we will hand fly the aircraft and land. Okay, let me turn the landing lights on. If you're ever in the vicinity of Salzburg, by the way, don't forget to visit the salt mines. I believe they're organized tours. They take you over in a bus across the German borders, It's a beautiful experience for adults and children alike. You will really enjoy being inside the mountain. The salt mine is actually inside the mountain. And they take you for a little ride in a boat inside the mountain. It's absolutely marvelous experience. So if you're ever in Salzburg, don't forget to visit the salt mines. And of course, you can always also go on the Sound of Music tour, which is also a very nice tour. Very nice sightseeing in Salzburg altogether. Austria is a beautiful country. I've been there many times, and I highly recommend it. Okay, let's go ahead at this point and disengage the autopilot, and it is now my plane. And let's go ahead and make a turn here and begin our gradual descent into Linz. Right, and let's begin our turn now towards the airport. Right, here we go. Alright, and let's do flaps 10. A little bit of wind here as we approach Linz. It shouldn't be too much of a problem though. About 70 to 75 knots is, is an appropriate speed for landing. So we're a bit too fast, coming in too fast at the moment. Alright, and okay, at this point let us introduce flaps 20. That should help us reduce speed. Alright folks, looks like it started to rain here in Linz, and we are a few nautical miles now from the runway. We need to maintain about 75 knots for landing. There is some strong wind at times, so it's kind of variable. But we're coming in nicely now. And that's runway 08. Alright, flaps full. And touchdown. Welcome to Linz, captains. Very strong wind here as we touch down, and it looks like there is some heavy rain as well, but we should be alright. Alright, let me hit the brakes here. Ooh, we're slipping. Alright, let's taxi out of the runway. This was a fun flight, captains. Just really a new experience, kind of flying in this bad weather. And I kind of jinxed the weather after we passed, you know, the mountainous area as we were reaching Salzburg. I thought, you know, I was happy that the weather is nice, but then it kind of, you know, it kind of got bad right before landing. But overall, I really enjoyed this flight. It was a lot of fun flying this flight. This airport scenery is a payware airport, and what I'll do is I will provide you with the links to this airport in the comments section of the video. Alright folks, let's make a stop here and let's take a look at our landing. Okay, let's set the parking brake and let's take a look. Alright, Captain, so this was not the perfect landing, but it was pretty good, I think, considering the circumstances. Folks, I hope that you've enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it for you. I hope that it's been a useful video, and until next time, please take care of yourselves and each other. Thank you so very much for watching, and bye-bye for now.